G'day guys, my name's Josh, you can call me Woodle, and welcome back to 7 Days to Die in Alpha 19, where we are back once again in Darkness Falls, in our world, standing amongst the ruins of all of my hopes and dreams. You can see the damage from the Day 7000 Horde is all still here. Yeah, Zeus is still getting real rowdy upstairs as well. I can't believe how badly the Day 7000 Horde went. My base over there is in tatters. The world is broken. The indestructible building underneath the ground has been broken somehow. Everything that could have gone wrong definitely did go wrong. But that kind of got me curious. So I built a base that I thought would stand up to it, and then bore witness to the fact that 7 Days was just like, yeah, nah, mate. And Darkness Falls rinsed both me and my base with no second thoughts about it at all. So if I can't build, like if that base there that I thought would work won't work at all, now I'm kind of curious about what base will work. What would you have to build to face down a Day 7000 maximum zombie insane nightmare horde? What do you have to do? What do you have to do to take on something like that? I have my suspicions, and I think there's no point in like going half-assed about this. I think we need to go straight to the best base I can think of. We need to see if like the best killing corridor that I can come up with will stare down that kind of horde in the face and somehow come out the other side with the squishy parts inside still relatively intact. I still can't really get over just how badly they messed this place up. These blocks here are never supposed to break, ever. See, they've got like the dong noise of the trader protection. They're supposed to be invulnerable to all sorts of damage, but somehow the horde was so bad that it turned that indestructible part of the world into nothing but a crater. But we need to find somewhere new. I can't build around here again because this is going to cause a whole bunch of problems. I'm going to find somewhere else to build. I am doing this, by the way, with creative mode and debug mode on. We're just doing some testing. This is like Darkness Falls, the Woodle Park version. This isn't part of like a survival playthrough. We've done that. We died doing that, but now I'm curious. I want to do like the science part and figure out what it would take to actually get through it. That's kind of fun, you know. I like problem solving. I like trying to figure out what the game actually requires of me, because I feel like, given what I saw the other night, I feel like it's just an impossibility. I'm gonna build on this nice flat piece of road here because, well, I mean, fingers crossed, the way the game should work, this should have no gaps from this road all the way down to bedrock. I feel like I hadn't bloody checked. Let's just turn on God mode for a second, have a cheeky little squiz. Yep, no, there is no cavities underneath the deck, so I'm right to build here. This should keep it nice and strong, plus it's bitumen, which is way stronger than the destroyed stone around the outside of it. Or could we go like you and just put in like the weapons and stuff that I will need to use tonight, all into them, put all you guys in, repair kits, hell stuff. So I'm sort of like fight the horde, see if I can survive it kind of thing. I'm just gonna build the base because I can't sit here for a week, mine all the materials and wait for my concrete to dry. I just want to build it how it would be if I played for 13 years to make a Day 7000 and then see how it goes against the worst the game has to throw at me. So I'm trying to think about what I will need for a killing corridor for what I saw. So the main problem I had with the BDSM bitches were the succubuses flying about with their whips and chains, getting all excited about and shit like that. So I need to figure out a way to somehow stem the flow of demons in the sky. But the bonus of the killing corridor is that if I build it properly, I will completely negate any. This is why I don't use killing corridors in playthroughs, because it's just way too OP. It's way too overpowered. But if I can negate all of the ground threats, I could just focus on the demons in the sky. I will probably still get severely burned by the little like gozzers of fireball doom, but I might have a chance to shoot them before they do. There was like 20 of them in the sky. So maybe even if I employ like, if I had like my little container, like my little cabin at the end of the corridor, and then built like a second skin around it, maybe that could work the same way that like anti-RPG armor works on tanks, kind of have like a barrier a bit further out from the actual armor so that the fireballs will explode further away from me and maybe not set me on fire. That's the kind of plan I'm working with at the moment, but I'm just kind of coming up with it as I go all on the fly. As I make a killing corridor just to start with, let's just go straight for titanium. Straight for titanium, let's not muck about. Let's grab you, because hopefully you'll have all the things inside you that I need. Yes, you bloody do. Nice and easy. All right, this will do the trick. Let's just start building. Let's just get this up and going and see where we end up. I'm not gonna lie, it does feel a little bit cheap to be building straight into titanium. Like, I know at this point you have all the titanium in the world, and actually titanium blocks aren't as expensive as you might have thought they would be. They're actually relatively cheap to upgrade too, just like the concrete, then the steel, then the titanium. Just takes time. But it's going straight to the blue stuff right off the bat. feels a little weird to me. I'm not gonna pretend like it doesn't. But the starting is all done. We've got our nice pyramid stairs, the tried and true method of having the zombies run reliably in the same direction all the time. How tall have I made that actually? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think they're normally about 7 tall, but 6 will probably do the trick for the moment. And normally I do have like archways just for aesthetical reasons, you know, like having kind of like supports going underneath the corridor itself rather than just one long, solid, fat schlong of a support underneath this thing. But I think for this, that's probably not a wise decision because I don't like really risking everything on a couple of supports. And given how quickly those demon behemoths just like gobble up titanium blocks, if one of those gets even mildly pissed off just for a second or two, the whole thing's gonna come down. So that's not a risk I'm willing to take. We're going balls to the wall like a freaking Little John song that was weirdly in a G-rated car game. We are really putting everything on the line. Must make it as strong as possible, Josh. Don't cut any corners. That almost seems long enough. Don't make it too long. If you're around and you don't know how to build a killing corridor, like I haven't built one in a very long time, especially any playthroughs or anything like that, then I'll try and keep as much of it in as possible to, you know, explain how it's built or whatever. But there's lots of videos on how to build a killing corridor. It's kind of like the staple base, the one OP base that's been around since, I think I released the first time I built a killing corridor was in the permanent playthrough in Alpha 17. I think that video got released on Christmas Day that year, so it's been around for quite a while. That looks roughly long enough to me. I'll start counting out the gap. I think it's usually like 8 blocks is how I normally do it, especially with the bigger and the faster zombies. I definitely make sure it is a much wider gap than I might give it credit for. Although, I just realized I'm making an Alpha 17 corridor. I'm not making an Alpha 19 corridor. I need that to be wider again, because now I need to have like the little like corridor doodle sticking out over the gap over here. Alright, I need to break some of the blocks over here, make it a nice fat boy corridor. That's right, that can be done. We can make this work. It's weirdly therapeutic to be back just like building in 7 days. It's been a hot minute since I was just in 7 days in creative, just flying around and building a base, and I've got rattling around in the old spaghetti noodles upstairs in my noggin. It's nice just to be back and just like, you know, trying to think through the process of what the zombies are gonna do. I know how the zombies think. I mean, I thought I did until they started ignoring ladders, only for like one horde night though. And then people were rightly pointing out when I was fighting zombies in one of the taller buildings that a bunch of them were climbing up ladders to come and get me. So I don't know what the rule of law on ladders is anymore, so I'll just ignore ladders completely. But I know how they work with corridors out of the million bloody times. Yeah, it's looking real nice and chunky. That's like thick with 18 different C's after it, all in different fonts and cases as well. Let's go, you just finish off the stairs up here as well. But yeah, it's like it's suddenly like a wave of calm and relaxation has washed over me, because this is just like, this is fun. This is like OG days. I've just finished building the thick boy corridor, and I've hit the foundation for it anyway. I just kind of had like the thought that I might actually just undo everything I just did. A quick waste of all my time, but that's okay. I'm just gonna edit it out for you guys. I'll go back to what I had before of just the 2 wide, because I did forget that in Darkness Falls now, they have actually brought back the OG barbed wire, the single sheet barbed wire that was super duper effective at slowing down zombies without that actually getting broken at all. Like, it was so effective that the fun pimps in the vanilla game got rid of it because I showed everyone how to use it properly. You're welcome, everybody. I know it wasn't completely to do with me, but I'm totally taking credit for it, and no one could bloody stop me. But the barbed wire is back in Darkness Falls, so I may as well use that. So I'll quickly go back to the thinner corridor again, get rid of all of this up here. I love that titanium blocks are so strong, even the insta super digger gun still can't break you in one go. So I'll go to all of these, go back to 2 wide, put some barbed wire on to slow down the zombies. That should work a bit better, I hope, maybe. I'm not sure. I told you, I'm winging. I have no idea what's gonna happen with this. I think I'll still be able to get like the fatter drop option, because the drop works best if you have the little doodle pointing out. If you don't know what the doodle is, I mean, that's a whole other conversation, but the doodle for the corridor is a little bit of like ramps that stick out just in the middle to better trick the zombies into falling down the gap. You'll see what I mean in a second, but I think I can still do that even just the 2 wide corridor. I just need to stick some walls out a little bit further out onto the outside. So if I get, what am I looking for? Looking for half blocks in here somewhere. That's plate offsets. You should be around here somewhere. There we go. Titanium half block, and get you rotated so you're flush against the wall. Not that way. All right, that'll work for this side. We'll go along like that. Yeah, that actually might work really well. That might work really well. Okay, let's start building the wall along here. I'm gonna build one of these on both sides. I'll probably end up putting some, that's the wrong spot for that one, some wedge tips underneath here, just for aesthetics, because aesthetics always matter. Even in the apocalypse, gotta make sure your base looks relatively nice with nice sleek lines and things. That'll go nice like that, spin you all the way around, and continue on like that as well. I know I'll pump it through the materials very bloody quickly. That's fine. That's fine. I've got plenty of time to go mining and hiding from the zombies deep in the dark caverns of the world. There we go. Just some wedge tips on the bottoms, but it look really nice and good. In fact, I might even go. Let's continue you up there to make that look a bit nicer as well. It connects up to the stairs, all nice and lovely like, but also just to really get the lines working for me. Yeah, like that. Like that. Nice. Now it looks like that wall is actually attached to the building itself. Copy rotation. Stick it on like that. Good, good, good. Go back to the regular wedge tips as well. That one there. Copy that rotation again. Up the side, and then all the way along the bottom. Just make it look normal. You know, just make it look like it's not just a bunch of cubes stuck together. Like it actually has a place in the real life world with some actual physics, not just 7 days to die physics. So I've got the walls here 3 high, which is, I think I used to make them 2 high, but there's definitely bigger zombies in Darkness Falls than there is in regular vanilla. So I might test it against the biggest zombie that I can think of. Mutated demolition guy. Yo, yeah, he needs to be even taller again. He's even close being trapped inside those walls there. You are one big bastard, aren't you, you miserable sod? All right, fine. Let's check the behemoth as well. Demon behemoth, put you there. Yeah, and you're at the top as well. Well, you two make a weird couple, but sure, if you want to get snuggly, it looks like you're going to fit together all nice and good like. Don't know who's going to be the big or the little spoon. Little spoon makes you feel safer, but I doubt either of you have that complex going on. So we will just continue that up into the sky a little bit further. I might even... Yeah, alright, let's do it out of the wedge tips to complete kind of like the pattern from underneath, get that symmetricality going on all the way along like that, and then we can put like the roof on and know that everyone who comes through here is actually going to squeeze in. Not that this part really especially matters, but I am going to put some old school bars, or they're titanium bars, but this was how I always used to build them way back in the day. I'm going to put some bars just along the top like this, just to make sure that if zombies do start scaling each other's noggins, using their rhinoplasty noses as footholds to climb up and out of the corridor of death, they're not going to get very far. They're going to bonk their noggins on the railings up here and then fall back down into their zombified pals. Nice, there we go. Let's quickly just double test that though. Let's go like this. Let's get a demon behemoth, and no, actually, can you face me please? Drop your shit, look at me, go that way. There we go. I'm gonna stand right here. Are you gonna squeeze inside this gap? Come on, come on. Yes, there we go. All right, nice. He fits in there. Let's double check it with the mutated demolisher as well. Go like that. Get your attention. Oh, you're a speedy boy. Ow. All right, you hit me, I'll hit you back. You don't nothing to lose your head about that, chief. Take you just to clear up some of the boxes. Nice. Okay, so it's big enough to fit the biggest of zombies. We're on the right track. I just noticed, look at all the screamers who are just parked up on the outskirts of where I'm building, just waiting for the moment to come over and have a cheeky tickle at me. There is quite a lot of them. I'm gathering a bit of a crowd like it's bloody vulture baseball all over again. But that's not the problem right now. What I do need to do is start building on the next bit. So this bit here, this is done. That is like a staple. We know that works. We know it's going to be fine. I'll add some barbed wire and stuff to it in a second. I just want the foundations of this place to be built first before I start getting involved in all the trickery to give it a lesson in trickery, just like the masters do. I need, where are you? Not that one. Not that one. I need the right angle, that one there, of the wedge tip. Let's stick you on face. Nope, that's the wrong way. Let's go that one instead then. And I want just to have it, it's got to be angled down, so the thin part has to be on the bottom. We know that from testing when Alpha 19 first dropped. So not like that, need to be upside down, the foot version of that, like that. There we go. So you go on that side, spin you around again, and put you on that side. And that is the doodle. That's also a little, like the little chub, the little chode that sticks out the end of the corridor just there. You'll see why that works a little bit, but now that I have that there like that for me, I can continue on all around the outside of this. No, I needed that rotation there, please. Copy rotation, stick you like that. So this is what I was talking about, how I could make the fat drop on the thinner corridor. Now, I kind of had the best of both worlds, I think. On the sides, as we know, get the little daggers, the little wedge tips all the way out like that. I do need to actually attach you, there we go, onto that wall. That would be perfect. I need another corner block for that one, but that's fine. Let's put it all the way out. So this is an 8-block wide drop, so it's 8 blocks between these 2 pillars here. I think that might be enough. I'm not really sure what I'm building it for, though, you know? I'm not really sure what zombies in particular might stand a chance of getting across there. The spiders could jump, but we have other things to deal with them. So I'm not really sure. I'm just trying to, like, use all my best practices I've come up with over the trip to make sure that I don't do anything dumb and ruin this just for my own muppetry, because I've done it way too many times. I need a holiday from myself. I'm getting a bit nervous about piling up the walls on top of this. I need the walls to be here so that they can't actually walk on top of it. The way this works, if you don't know, is that in the zombies' mind, these here are blocks they can walk on. If I left it just like this, they would just traipse across like a trapeze artist on the tightest of wires and make me pucker to be the tightest of boys as well. So if I don't put something on top of that, they'll just walk across it like normal. But putting those half-block blocks on top of that means that they can't actually physically make it on top of there. So they'll just fall down the inside and go back to the start of the corridor and start the run again. That's the mechanics, that's the principles behind the killing corridor. It should still work the same. Darkness Falls AI still runs on the regular 7 days AI as far as I'm aware. If it doesn't, I'm cooked anyway. But I know from the survival playthrough back at the sushi bar base that the killing corridor mechanic still does work. I'm just not sure how it's going to go with a whole bunch of 64 demon horde cruising through it. I couldn't find the block that I needed in titanium. I needed stair 50. Well, that's what I've got here. There we go. Still stairs 50. Because then it's going to match up with the outline of the block underneath in that right angle piece. So on both sides, it'll plug that gap nicely. Not like this isn't an integral part. This whole thing will work without that, but it's me. And I like everything that can be like nice and complete and look good. Have all the aesthetic lines and like continuation that I would want from any of my bases. So that looks nice and good like that. Cool bloody bananas. So from there, I do want to kind of test it early on before I throw the whole horde out. Let's get rid of you real quick and go back to the half blocks, which are... I always lose them. How do I always lose the bloody half blocks in here? I feel like they're running from my face every second. Fine. Half. There. That one there. Make it easy for yourself. Just actually use the search bar. I'll just continue on and fix up this room at the back here with no barrier. No barrier on this side. Not needed. They won't reach me anyway. If I need one, I can sort it out later on down the track. But I just want to get myself a nice safe place to stay so I don't get vomited on by cops and demons. And then I might just like turn AI on and let all their screamers call in all their friends and just make sure that no zombies are going to aggro by dropping off the doodle over here. Alright, I've got myself like a little like cubby hole over here. It's getting a little bit dark. Let's go back to midday. Although it is the wasteland and never a particularly bright day in the wasteland. So I can just stand there and be nice and safe. That'll be fine. Let's turn on the AI. Let all the screamers come in. Get their attention by shooting a little bit. In fact, no, they need to see me, don't they? As soon as they see me, they'll start calling in friends. There you go, look. Hey, I'm right here. Gonna gurgle? Oh, yeah, cob that knees. There you go. There you go. So basically, all I want to do is just get a bunch of zombies coming through. That's my only goal here. And just see if them falling... Oh, wow. I wanted a couple of zombies, and I got what I asked for. There's some segments up there as well. I'm definitely not ready for any of those. Quickly just murder those guys. All I want to see is when they come down here, do any of these guys stop and start trying to beat on the titanium? There's already a bit of a traffic jam in there. That might be a bit of a problem, but as long as they keep moving through, it'll be okay. Yeah, look, some of them just don't like it. Hey, they're beating up that stainless steel block just there. I just can't get them to drop down fast enough. There's too many zombies, and they're starting to break the base. Too many zombies that can't actually fall down. I might need to dig a pit down there so there's more room for them to fall into. But, by the looks of it, I can't really see... Oh, there's the first of the error codes. Gonna break the game again. I can't really see much indication that they're stopping and going into rage mode. So I think it might be reasonably okay. Please stop doing that though. I really don't want that to happen. No. I don't care if your specific cast is not valid. Piss off. I'm trying to run experiments here. With all the zombies gone, I can inspect the damage and see where we ended up. So these blocks here got damaged when I ran over there to try and get the loot bags to spawn somewhere else because I couldn't bother dealing with them. So that's okay. There's a little bit of like chips and like marks down the corridor itself. But down here, this is the part I was worried about. That's the part they'll normally come and start beating on. There's a couple of like accidentals there, I suppose, but nothing really that's concerning me. So if I upgrade these and dig a channel under this, there's more room for them to fall into. That should solve that problem, I think. I think that should solve the problem. More importantly, they were all falling off. So the important part here is that this block here, like basically this whole line here in the zombies' mine is a solid block. And then there's solid blocks up both sides. So they're trying to run from this edge here to that edge there, but clearly there's nothing there, so they just fall down. I know it's an exploit and clearly an oversight, but you know, gotta do what you gotta do. If you can't beat them by brute force, gotta try and outsmart them. So that's where we've ended up. I'll repair this and see if we can sort it out a bit more, and then start working on the next phase. I actually think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get rid of these blocks here because they're the weakest part of the whole thing, and no chain work with a weak link. And instead, to keep it as all titanium, I'm gonna grab the titanium wedge and put that into there instead, because that will still like work with the lines. It'll be a little bit of an overhang, but that's okay. We can manage, we can make do. You want to rotate the right way for me? Come on, you're so close, so close. There you go, just like that. So that will have a nice smooth connection between the two parts. Good, good, good. Get the same on this side as well, like that. Cool bloody bananas. Now, I'm not even sure if I want to do this actually. The next stage was going to be grabbing some poles and sticking them to the wall like that. I'll quickly show you actually. So if I go like that and have those poles over the top, then underneath I can get my old school barbed wire that's since been removed and stick you underneath. Then the zombies come running down here. They can't actually touch the barbed wire because of the poles above them. But that entire block where the barbed wire is in, so like that whole white cube there, is where the actual slowdown effect takes place. So if they're cruising down here, they will get slowed down by the barbed wire, but the barbed wire will never break because it's got poles protecting it. It's super simple, super effective. It's why it's gone now, but I want to have it back again. Just doing a bit of a test run just to see how much it slows me down. It barely does, actually. You can see it's kind of staggering me a little bit. Like it is slowing me, but not as much as I was hoping. And it may not actually be that's such a good idea, given that while it was so cramped inside the corridor already, the demon behemoths don't move as fast as everybody else. They're like a walking roadblock already, which is why a bunch of behemoths are trying to like tunnel out the side, because the demons in front of them were just taking way too long to get to their target. So I'll go back on everything I just did and quickly just break down all of these, put it back to just a regular corridor. And then what else can we do? What else is important? I still have to dig the channel underneath, but that might be the next step actually. I'm being as careful as I can not to cause a collapse. I've done this many a time and collapsed many a building from my own stupidity, so hopefully I can have a holiday from that for today. That looks fine. Got the stairs out that way. I'm gonna make it the same on both sides. Might even, is it worth me lining this pit with titanium? I don't think it is, because their pathing should take them back up that way. The only way to get to me is to go back up, as far as they're concerned, is to back up through that corridor again. So the stairs are the fastest and easiest way for them to do that. So I don't think I need to reinforce the pit at all. The only thing that might go right down there is maybe like a cop or a demo or something exploding down here and causing considerable amounts of damage. It's a gamble. It's a risk. I might even, in fact, you know what, I'm going to do it. I'm going to extend like this wall here down a little bit further. So if something does blow up down here, it's not going to break the weaker blocks underneath and cause another collapse like the shield did that time. All right, so I have, I have the killing corridor in its like normal form. This would be all you would ever need for a vanilla whatever game stage horde. You could face down a 7,000 horde knight being AFK with a horde like this. You would never even have to look outside at the window at the red moon in the sky. You could just go through this with a breeze, easy bloody peasy, but not in Darkness Falls. So that's kind of like the base structure done. I will paint this just like this ugly shipping container blue at some point, but I think what I'm gonna do, because I think if I'm actively fighting the succubuses, the BDSM bitches, and just letting the zombies just like do their thing down here, that might be the best way for me to handle that. So part of me wants to build a ladder just up here onto a platform up the top and have that like reinforced to handle all the succubus fireballs, but I don't know how the zombies react to ladders now. I was trying to avoid ladders. I don't know, because all it takes is a couple of zombies to decide they can't get to me, and they'll, I don't know, take down a pillar or two or something. I'm not sure, but I think I might have to, because it's a bit crowded over here. But if I just build a little platform up the top like this, and have all like my anti-fireball armor up there, and also make sure there's a nice fat wall in front of me here so that the zombies can't fire their fireballs at me. That should hopefully work out pretty well. I know I'm rambling and kind of thinking out loud, but I'm just trying to like feel my way through this. My brain doesn't have the capacity to do this mentally and quietly. I've got to think out loud to hear it and then like argue against myself for a little bit. So I've built myself like this little basket up the top here with just some walls around it to stop the sight lines from cops and demons and stuff like that. They can, well, it might be able to see me just a little bit like through there, but you know, I'll just try not to stand at that exact spot and I might be okay with it. But the idea being that if I'm up here, they'll just continue running the circuit as normal and I can then focus on all the succubuses up in the sky. What I would also like to do while I'm here as well, actually, I might be able to use this as a foundation to build the extra layer of protection, the extra armor, the separated armor from the rest of it. Because if I go like that, then hopefully like the demon fireballs will hit this, explode far enough away from me that I won't get set on fire. Wonder how far away they need to be though. What's like the splash damage radius of a succubus fireball? I feel like given a get up probably infects a lot of people very quick with all of the burning feelings. I'm not sure there's any sort of like, you know, antidote for that. There's an antidote, but not really a vaccine, I suppose. I might even just quickly test that. Hey, let's quickly get a succubus. Let's get a bunch of you actually, and let's go into my little spot down here. I'm not like that. Those walls are there to protect me when I'm up the top. That's what I'm actively fighting. It's when I'm down here fighting the rest of the demons. Will I be able to keep myself from getting set on fire if they hit those walls on the outside? In fact, they even fire at me unless they can see me. That sounds like a screamer. Screamer's showing up. Screamer's dead. Never mind. Can you guys gauze, please? I'm trying to run the experiment here. You're not spitting up any vomit. I'll feed you vinegar until you yarf out your freaking lungs. Get on it already. I don't like that when I'm down here, I can see so much of the sky and therefore so many of the demons can see me. So I'm going to give me that one. Just continue on this and put some plates over the top just to make sure all the sight lines are covered. Just, you know, just covering all my bases, you know, just to make everything as good as possible, because we're just about to the point where I can probably throw the horde at it and see how it goes. Because after this, I mean, you can add turrets, you can add blade traps and stuff like that, but the beauty of the killing corridor is it works without all that garbage. So if it can't win in this configuration, then it can't win. That's as easy to say as that. Alright, that's as good as it's going to be, so I can get rid of all of this stuff. You can go away. I'll go get my normal stuff out of my box of there. In fact, first, I will go and paint it all, because this is atrocious and looks like a blue sore thumb. There's also blue balls in this one and an extra blue shaft as well. Let's get my paintbrush, grab you and you, get all my normal paints out. Let's get this looking a bit more nice and nicer. Bit more nice and nicer. Okay, sure, a bit more nice and nicer. Let's get it all pretty like. Alright, I think I'm about as ready to do this as I'm ever going to be. I'm not confident. I don't think it's going to work out very well, but I wanted to test out this base against that horde. It's the best base that I can think of against the worst horde I've ever seen. It's going to break my game again and probably collapse the world again, but we'll see how we go. But at least now it looks the part, so let's go and get into my, as the thunder claps in the distance, into my little spotteroonie down here. Let's set you to just before the horde. Let's go like about there, that'll do. Got a couple minutes to think about everything we've gone through. So I have, this time around, I don't normally use them, but this time I'm going to try and remember to do it. I'm going to turn God mode off as well. I have, what is it, recog. I'll quickly just use some of you. Use you, there you go. I'll also use some fort bites, damage mitigation, extra range damage. Also use some diazepam as well, just get everything going for me. That's what I was hoping to avoid, but I was too busy popping all the pills in the world and not murdering the zombies coming for me. But at least now, I only have to look one way, and hopefully it'll keep the succubuses at bay. That rhymed, accidentally. The good thing about this kind of corridor as well is with the penetrating ammo on the coal sniper, as long as I hit a couple of demons every now and again, oh, there's the first of the errors. As long as I hit a couple of demons every now and again with a, oh, you almost exploded, that's fine. You're alright, someone's up the top. Nope, stop doing that, please. Okay. You guys, just wait. I can't even tell what's going on. I just quickly need to murder a bunch of flying BDSM bitches, just like that. Nice. There we go. You guys haven't break anything? Not yet. That's fine. I do have the resources to repair that anyway. Let's quickly rinse a bunch of you guys. Yeah, there we go. Now that you've been tickled a little bit, I can go back to this. Spray and pray a little bit more. Coal sniper is live. Coal sniper is everything. Stop it. Stop breaking my roof. I'm busy right now. Okay, so the succubuses still are the main problem. Let's get up there. Let's take him down. So as I kind of hoped, oh geez, while I'm up here, for the most part, I'm reasonably safe, and all of the regular dudes on the ground, other than causing me issues, aren't really doing much to worry me. So let's go like you. Let's get you upgraded all the way back up into the blue. There we go. Then we can drop back down to here. So they're trying to break down those sides again. That's not great, but it's not the worst thing either. There we go. Please, oh, please reload that. Well, reload while you're in the scope. Do yourself a favor. And just keep on going like that. For the moment, we're doing okay. They're trying to come for me, not having too much success. They are gozzling on me a little bit, but I've definitely been through worse. Other than the errors, the base is working as predicted. The only one about those errors as well is maybe the occasional like random block is getting destroyed here and then. I'm not too sure about. Uh-oh, yeah, they're coming through this roof. They're coming through the roof. I can't get up to fix it though, because I'm getting errors all the time. I need the, guys, please, I need the game to stop breaking for the moment. I'm so close to being okay. I just need the game to run for 4 more seconds without any interruptions. Right, I'm going up. I'm going up. Up. Come on, the ladder's broken. I can't get up there anymore. Please stop. I'm sick of your bloody fairy wings. Oh, there's errors all the time. My problem now is that I'm pretty sure those errors only show up when there's a bunch of succubuses. I can't really do much about it. Hit you like that for a little bit. Go with the Cora for a second. There's someone up there. Oh, yep, there's some more errors coming through. As long as I hit the demons with the laser off, they stop their regen. Yeah, look, there's more. Always more. Whenever those errors start popping up, I feel like it's a succubus is coming in absolute flocks. I was gonna say droves, but birds come in flocks of a feather, all that kind of stuff. Keep on going. We're doing okay. We're about half health. I'm on fire a little bit. Quickly go like that. Need to pop some more of these things as well. Try and get myself back into fighting fit order. All of you getting some. You can see how it works though. They keep traveling up, and as long as I stay out of arm's reach from them, I'm pretty much fine. The good news is I've definitely already made it farther into this than I would have, well, I did in the normal game. Couple more upstairs, that's fine. You guys are all over the place on that side, that's fine. They are slowly, like, picking away the walls on the sides, which is a problem, but not a massive problem right now. You are a massive problem right now. Please get your clunge out of my munge. Go away, go on, right in the chops, there you go. Shoot the horns off your stupid red head. Come on, keep going, Josh. You can do this, you can do this. We've got 4 hours to go. If I survive this in any fighting form, I'm like, ah, fuck, I count that as a raging success. Even though my anti-succubus roof hasn't really worked out so well, it's given me a little bit of a reprieve that I desperately need. My arms are broken, I'm slightly on fire, and I'm looking a little bit worse for wear, but that's alright. Get that going. Smack on one of you, just keep myself all up and happy and stuff. And keep on going. So they're kind of choosing different ways to go. They are slowly breaking down those walls that keep them on the drop blocks, but the bonus is, because there is just so fucking many of them, the ones who are like breaking the blocks are acting as a roadblock, but for the ones behind them. So they are still falling down for the most part. Shit just teleported through a fucking wall. That is bullshit. I feel weak. I feel worse for wear. I feel like I'm having errors as well. That's fine. We can fix ourselves up in a second. I need to get my tablets back inside me. Stop it. Stop it. No, I'm gonna die. Wait for it. Oh, fuck. No, bad time for an error. Please, don't die right now. You're so close to making it, Josh. Just put yourself out. Get yourself back fighting fit. We can deal with everyone else in a second. Oh my god, that was close. That's worrying. Why are they not following the path anymore? Some of them are, but definitely all of them. You guys need to fuck off. Jesus Christ, getting so annoying. Go take your G-string and floss someone else's nasal cavity. Why aren't they going the proper ways anymore? Why are there errors all the time? I feel like they're breaking down the columns underneath me. What's broken? Nothing's broken. The pathing's all still there. Why aren't you guys going the right way anymore? What's changed? I had to come and see for myself. Oh, not the errors though. The errors are a problem. I don't know why they're all stacking up over there though. They shouldn't be. Something seems amiss. I want to investigate. I want to know what the issues are. Ah, that's what the issues are. The stairs have been... Stop it. The stairs have been broken. But why do they get broken over this side? I'm not sure what would have caused those stairs to get broken. They probably shouldn't have. I don't have the means to fix that right now either. Probably a lesson in having some titanium blocks on you, Josh, if you really bloody need it. Remember, just give myself something fixed up right quick to get the pathing working again. Because yeah, once the pathing breaks, then you're kind of at the mercy of the rest of the world. Ah, would you frickin' stop that, please? I fixed the stairs, but there still seems to be a bit of an issue with the errors popping up. Oh, for goodness sake, every now and again, which is making my life really bloody difficult. She's dead. Okay, with all those... No, stop it. I think it's to do with the fireballs. I'm not sure. I know Kane has said that, like, the Day 7000 video the other day helped him figure out why those errors were happening, but they're still happening every now and again now, which is a bit of a problem. Stop it. Stop it. It's really bloody frustrating. Quickly murder you. They should all be coming up here now pretty easily while I focus on the sky. Yep, there we go. Okay, their pathing for the moment seems to be alright, so... Didn't quite make the jump. Oh god, now I'm in the pit of death. I'm in the pit of death with all the zombies. And I can't make it back into the corridor because there's a roadblock of flesh in front of me. That's fine. That's fine. We'll make it back up into a little, like, my little den over there. We're back up to be nice and safe. Oh man. But at least I'm doing far, far better this time than I did last round, even with the error codes. We're back up in our spot once again. Yep, all their pathing is still going right. There's loot bags everywhere. Someone has exploded. It's probably... So is that maybe cops? So maybe like the demon infighting is causing some cops and demos and stuff to explode, and that's what's causing the problems? I'm not sure. I'm spending most of my time just pressing escape to get out of the debug. Maybe that pops up. The game is breaking all around me. Oh, at any given moment. It's not particularly great for my zombie murdering habits, but it wouldn't be so bad maybe if like the debug menu paused the game so I wasn't getting ravaged by zombies while the game was broken on me. Like, look at it. Okay, you gotta stop. You gotta stop. There's too many errors. I can't fix you. I just realized that when you get set on fire, it does say you are on fire. Get into water or drink some fluids to like put yourself out. There was a bunch of people telling me in the comments for the 7000 video that my water idea in my little bunker was a bad idea because you don't get quenched inside the water. So I'm not sure which one it is. Oh, would you stop? For goodness sake. I might have to like, you know what? I'm going to kill all the zombies and just start the horde from scratch again because there's too many errors. I'm not dealing with that. I'm not dealing with the debug menu popping up every 4 seconds. We're gonna just like restart the horde again. They'll all still come for me. It's fine. Not like I've taken the easy way out. In fact, can you... One of you guys please set me on fire. I want to send a message again. Because yeah, I put water inside my base last time. There we go. You are on fire. Get into water. Apparently, getting into water doesn't actually quench the fire. So, I'm not sure which line of that dialogue is bullshit. But, this didn't work for me last time. We're running a bit smoother now. We've avoided having many more errors pop up for 5 minutes, or not 5 minutes, but a couple of seconds now. I'm exaggerating because it seemed like such a long, peaceful period. I'm a bit on fire, that's fine. Oh, there we go. Yep, I jinxed it. There are the errors. But, have a look at it. It's 20 past 3. I haven't died yet. I've come close a couple of times, but I haven't died, and that's all you can really ask for. No, not that one. Put the bloody... There you go. Smash a couple of first aid kits on ya. No one's upstairs. We're looking good. Put yourself out with some murky water. Cop another shot to the face. I'm very dehydrated, so have some orange tea. Yeah, I know you're copping gauze after gauze after gauze, but you'll be alright. You'll be okay. Just get yourself nice and sorted out, nice and hydrated. Murder a couple of BDSM bitches. I said murder some bitches. There you go. And then murder all our friends as well. Huh, we're doing alright. Other than the errors, which will be fixed in the next update, I'm sure. It's going pretty well with the killing corridor, I think. Please stop. Please stop. I'm so sick of it. I was going to say, there's errors all over the place. Uh-oh. Oh, I think the blocks might be broken again because they're all coming the other way. Quicker to shrink you. There's nothing but explosions downstairs. Gotta go fix. Must go fix. Gotta jump in. Oh, that's a bad time to have that happen. Gotta jump into the lines then. Excuse me. What did you do? What did you do to your stairwell? Yeah, you broke it. You broke it, didn't you, pelicans? It's the only way up to get to me. Of course you bloody broke it. Not particularly clever by you lot. Hey, come on. Make it. Oh, I made it before. I want to make it again. Please get me up and out of here. I want to get like one good shot of it before I have to go like wait for them all to clear the passage again. Oh, there's so many things happening. It is almost 4 AM. The base is still standing. I'm still alive. That's a pretty successful day, actually, you know. I'm pretty happy with that. Oh, what a time. Give me that morning chime. There it is. Now all I have to do is just murder what's left. I'm just hosing into the crowd as much as I can and closing those white dialogue boxes whenever they pop up for me. But it's so much easier to kill when I can just like stroll backwards and just like rinse all of the zombies in front of me. Easy as you like. All the way through there. The bloody behemoths and the hell knights are still fighting each other. So I got bigger fish to throw now, buddy. Given I just kicked the shit out of all of your friends. No, bad timing. That's not one right in front of me. No one right in front of me, game. That's heckin' bloody rude. I'm on fire. I'm pretty hurt. Let's just like slap on some bandages then. Get myself all nice and happy. No, come on, keep going. Keep going. Now is not the time. Hey guys, how you doing? Just having bar fights. Having bar fights in the ravine. Fuck off the lot of us. My laser rifle is almost dead, so I'm gonna try and pick my battles. Oh, now it is broken. My laser rifle is cactus. Yeah, they're all coming for me. That's all right. Let's quickly like you, repair you. I'll wait for you to come back because you really are my best bet at staying alive. I'll quickly just put out the fire as I get tickled. So it's just kind of like a smattering of zombies now. There's not really like the major horde left anymore. Couple of behemoths, but that's okay. Laser rifle is back. No, stop that, for goodness sake. If it wasn't for the error codes, it'd be way easier. We're really down to just like the last couple of big boys. That's okay, you're all pretty much dead already. You get into way too many fights either with each other or with other behemoths. You're dead, and you're dead. And look at that. And now it's nice and clear. So how much damage was actually done to that? I, importantly, did not die. There's screamers from all the damage over Horde Night. As long as, so if I was going to do this again and properly, I'd make sure that I had some titanium blocks in my hotbar just to smash down or some way to fix the stairs. That was really the only weakness, and it's kind of like from like circumstantial damage, but really not, like they broke that themselves by accident. It wasn't really ever kind of got targeted. They did kind of make it through here, but they didn't actually break the blocks down there and break the pathing. I'd probably make the roof higher through here if I was going to do it again to make this jump just that, oh shit, just that little bit easier. Broke the stairs down here as well, some extra stairs there. So a couple of minor adjustments would make it a little bit easier, but I mean, it stood up. It's fixed. That's a fixable amount of damage. That's doable. I survived. How much ammo did I use in the end? Like 1,000 rounds of laser rifle? Not nearly as many as I thought. It wasn't clean. It's a little bit crispy from all of the charring on every facet of my skin, but we got through it. I reckon that's a pretty successful day. Well, with that, standing over here looking at the triumph of the, well, it's basically a ruin at this point, but it's okay. It still worked for like a regular Screamer Horde and stuff. It's still standing and still there and still good. I'm pretty impressed with that. I didn't have high hopes of the Killing Corridor. Killing Corridor was OP for vanilla. Turns out it works pretty freaking well for Maximum Darkness Falls as well. That's gone about as well as I really could have hoped for. I'm actually impressed with that. I really was not expecting that to go well at all. I am chuffed. I am absolutely stoked. I am pretty bloody stonkered with that good ass results. Happy bloody days, lads. Happy bloody days. So I'll have to leave this episode here. If you were curious, I know a lot of people were posting comments about how they were like, you know, what would it take to beat a day 7,000 Horde? Apparently that. Cheesing the fuck out of the AI, so you only really have to worry about the flying BDSM bitches. Once they're down, you can kill the regular Muppets or just leave them running around in circles until they break the stairs. But like, yeah, that's what it takes to beat a day 7,000 Horde. So I hope if you had that question, that answers your question. It certainly answered mine, but I'll have to come back. There's one more fight I want to do in Darkness Falls. Maybe not a 64 Insane Nightmare because it'd be over in 4 seconds like it was last time, but there is one more base I want to fight in and see how I go. But I'll have to come back and fight in that base. You'll find out next time what that base is in the next episode, because this episode is done. So thank you guys for watching. Most of all, thank you to the patrons of the Patreon who made this episode possible. If y'all like to, make sure you hit the like button down below and subscribe to this channel. Follow me on Twitter. If I don't talk to you there first, I'll see you in the next episode. Have a good one.